Welcome to the fourth installment in your Supernova introductory video series. As you can see, we're in Whole Foods, down the street from Motley Fool headquarters here in Alexandria, Virginia, which could only mean one thing. We're talking about investing in super brands. These are the companies that become recognizable symbols all over the world in relatively short periods of time. And of course, make investors like you and me a bundle in the process. Our first super brand has taken something so mundane as going to the grocery store and turned it into an all-out experience. Whole Foods is not only changing how we buy our groceries, but also how we view our own health and wellness. And one of the most attractive parts of Whole Foods from an investor's perspective is this company is still in the very early innings of its growth potential. Right now, Whole Foods has approximately 300 stores in the U.S. And get this, management sees a market opportunity of 1,000 stores, and that's just in the U.S. alone. Not only do we have a compelling growth opportunity, but we also have a business that continues to fire on all cylinders with outstanding same-store sales growth to go along with ever-improving operational efficiencies, leading the way to long-term success. And just one more example of the innovative nature that makes Whole Foods a powerhouse brand and a great long-term investment is the new wellness club they're rolling out in select stores. Here's the concept. It's got the potential, by the way, to create an even deeper relationship with customers by offering, here we go, nutrition courses, culinary classes, as well as coaching and support to improve your health and mine and our lifestyles as well. I love seeing this in companies I have shares in. It's what makes for a super brand. I'm talking about a deep-rooted relationship between customer and company. Nike and Starbucks are also good examples. Think about how those experiences go well beyond just the shoes or the cup of coffee. And in the case of Whole Foods, it goes well beyond just groceries. Which brings me to super brand number 2, because chances are, right this very moment, you're watching this video on one of their devices. I'm talking about Apple. From the earliest days of the Mac computer to the explosion of the iPod's growth, and the iPhone, and the iPad, Apple has become a super brand that not only provides consumers with the devices we want, it also dictates how we do things today through the many apps and functions of iPhones, iPads, and Mac computers. You know, when I first recommended Apple back in the February 2008 issue of Motley Fool Stock Advisor, I even, if somewhat sheepishly at the time, remember those PC and Mac ads? I confessed, and I quote, "I'll admit I'm not a user of Apple's products, though my kids all have iPods," which partly explains why I have so far until now missed the boat, end quote. Well, that statement was 4 years ago, and more than 220% ago, as that initial recommendation of Apple has performed more than admirably, and in fact, my own house is now completely littered with iMacs, MacBook Airs, iPhones, iPads. Not just my house, I bet yours too. Apple's become one of the most powerful brands in the world. In fact, over the past year, it has leapt from number 17 to number 8 on Interbrand's 2011 list of the top 100 brands. It has a brand value in Interbrand's estimation of approximately $33.5 billion. The brand value. And that brand power, excuse me, that super brand power also helps explain how they sold a phenomenal 37 million iPhones to go with 15 million iPads last quarter. And by all accounts, they appear to be just getting started, with talk of the iTV in the not-so-distant future to go along with new iterations of their most popular iPhones and iPad offerings. It's amazing to think about what Apple is becoming and what it will come up with next. It's a fascinating story to follow as a consumer and our context as investors. And as I've mentioned before, this really speaks to the core of what Motley Fool Supernova is all about: having fun with innovative products and services, and growing wealthy together, investing in the companies that offer them. I should also mention Apple has, in a way, inspired how we're going to deliver Motley Fool Supernova. You see, Supernova is designed to make your life easier. We're going to be delivering your up-to-the-minute content to your iPhone or your iPad if you so choose. One thing should become clear as we go. Motley Fool Supernova is unlike anything we've ever offered here at the Motley Fool, and I consider it my most valuable service and maybe our most ambitious idea yet. And speaking of ambitious, our third super brand is Under Armour, a young company with aspirations of overtaking global powerhouse Nike. Like great super brands in the past, Under Armour has gained a reputation as a big player in a short period of time. It was, after all, just 1996 when Under Armour's revenues clocked in at $17,000. Fast forward to today, we have a global sports equipment and apparel provider that reported $1.5 billion in revenue for 2011, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down at all. That's because Under Armour has unbelievable insight into what today's athletes want and how to market to them. Sound familiar? Well, that's right. Whole Foods, Apple, and Under Armour tend to have deep relationships with their customers, an uncanny knack of rolling out new products and services that thrill their customers and make for incredibly happy investors like you and me, right? Maybe you already own shares in one of these companies, or maybe, like me, you own shares in all three. Which brings me to a question. Have you ever wondered when you should add to a position that's recently gone way up, or trim it back? Or have you ever been concerned you're over or underweighted in a particular kind of stock? For example, maybe you're holding too many consumer brands today, like Under Armour, in your portfolio, and you're underinvested in cutting-edge technology companies like Intuitive Surgical that I recommended to Motley Fool rule breakers a while back for big-time gains. If you've asked yourself these kinds of questions, Supernova could be right for you, and I urge you to keep your eyes on your inbox for more details as we approach the launch of Motley Fool Supernova on Tuesday, March 20th. And one thing in particular I'd like to remind you of is our upcoming Video Games and Super Brands Summit. That's on Thursday, March 8th. Circle your calendar. This is where I and my team are going to answer all of your investing questions. We're going to talk portfolio management, how super brands fit into your portfolio, and more. To submit a question, simply email my producer Steve at steve@fool.com. You can send either a written question, or maybe you'd like to send a video or audio file of your question. We'll play it during the event. And keep your eyes on your inbox in the days ahead for your invitation to that summit. Thanks, and Fool on.